In this video, we're going to go through the iPages order management screen and look at what it means to process an order. So here we are on the back end of iPages and we can see our dashboard here. And to find the order screen, we go to Sales and click on Orders. And this here shows a view of all our recent orders. We can see their status, and many different statuses on the right hand side, and we can have information about the customer and the rest of the order on the left and at the bottom. So we're just going to talk through the icons on this screen and then we're going to process an order. So reading across, if you click on an order, this is the top order that's come in here, you can see the date, ID number, name, where it's going to, the items and the order value. If you go along the icons on the right hand side, you can see the payment types in the first column, everything from credit cards all the way to on-account, check and PayPal payments. And if any of the payments have a little red cross in them, you can see that the payment has failed. It's worth noting that insufficient funds will not allow an order to be allocated, so you won't actually be able to progress the order further. In the next column, you have everything to do with invoicing. This shows an invoice item if the customer has been sent an invoice. A customer is sent an invoice at order completion, so this will only appear in here once the order is completed off. And if there are any cancellations, the credit note will also be in this column too. Next column along shows the stock availability and dispatch status. So there is a red, amber, green for the stock availability, red being out of stock and green being fully in stock, and then a packing and shipping icon as well. And on the far right hand side we have this column for allocation. This column shows the status of allocation, again in the red, amber and green, and also with a checked green for an order that is fully allocated but not yet complete. As you may know, allocation is all around asking whether all items on an order have been fully processed or dealt with. So it asks the question, has every line item and every individual order item been accounted for? Do I know what I'm doing with each of them? Have they been dispatched or cancelled off the order? And an order is fully complete when all items have been processed. If an order is full, and that's the full but not complete, which is the checked green, you will need to click your right hand column again just to fully complete that off. Then over on the left hand side, in the hamburger here, we see quick actions that we can take on an order and links to the invoice and the customer screen. That's the customer there, the link there. And quick links to view the order and download as a PDF. Along the bottom we can see information around inventory notes. We can see the goods out note has been sent here, and we can convert that to a fulfillment note by clicking the fulfillment button here. We can see any order notes, quickly add an order note, and we can see the ordered items and the status of those. This is the allocation status that shows on the far right. Here is information around the customer's payment account. We can see that this order was paid on account and the customer has sufficient funds to allocate the order. And then towards the bottom we see stock levels. This shows stock at the major locations, which may be more for your business, and we can also see the stock levels at each. Again, the stock status, which is here on the right hand side, is green, showing that all stock, which is the required 0, has been dealt with for this order. So that's a summary of the order screen, and we'll now just process an order through. So if we click on Heather's order here, we can see that it is red. There are 5 items still to be processed. So if we click on the column in the far right, we can autofill this in and allocate these off. And this has now been fully completed, but not yet fully completed because we have not done our final actions. So we click again and we can complete the order. And it's at order completion that the invoice is sent to a customer and that the final goods out note is created. It's worth remembering that every time you allocate off your items, you are sending a goods out note to your warehouse or potentially to your customers, but at order completion the final goods out note is created for the remaining stock that you are allocating. And the invoice is only created at order completion because prior to completion you are actually able to still cancel items off an order, but actually once it's completed it's effectively locked down. So then to complete this order we click OK. That order is now fully complete. You'll notice on the right hand side there are some greys here. This is for fully cancelled orders, and a grey with a triangle, and this is for orders that have had part of the order cancelled. And we can see our order screens going back. This little graph here just shows our sales over the last period with the line showing a month marker. So at a glance, the order screen gives us a lot of information about our recent orders and helps us quickly process orders with all the information that's available to us. So that's how to process an order and an introduction to the sales order management processes within iPages.